Clipchamp Create. Clipchamp Create.
Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel Rocket to Biofield. I am your Sagarika Babu. Respiratory system is our topic in this video. Before entering into the topic, there are two terms we need to know. Breathing and respiration. So many of you may be confused with these two terms whether they are same or different. But actually they are different. Okay? Because breathing is a physical process that involves inhale of oxygen and exhale of carbon dioxide. While respiration is a chemical process that is take place in the cells. In the cells, the oxygen is being used up by the cells to break down the glucose to release energy. So, respiration is a chemical process that takes place inside our body in the cells. While breathing is a physical process that is voluntarily we are doing inhalation, oxygen and exhalation of carbon dioxide. So, breathing is a physical process, respiration is a chemical process. So, I hope now you will be understand what is breathing and is respiration. So, a normal human, he breathes 12 to 16 times per minute. Okay, so normal breathing rate is 12 to 16 times per minute. Fine. So what is the overall process that is taking place in the respiratory system? You know what is the overall process that is taking place in the digestive system? What happens there? We intake the food. The food is being broken down in the mouth with the help of tongue and teeth. Then it goes to stomach. There it is digested with the help of enzymes. Then it is absorbed in the blood and assimilation and digestion. So this is the overall process in the digestive system. Likewise, what is the overall process in the respiratory system? Taking in the oxygen, okay, and oxygen is being transported throughout our body. Then that oxygen is being used up in the cells to break down the glucose to release energy with water and carbon dioxide as a byproducts. So now what happens finally? This unwanted carbon dioxide, they are exhaled out. Okay, so this is the overall process. We taking in the oxygen, then oxygen is being transported to all the cells, then it is being used up to break down the glucose to release energy with water and carbon dioxide as a byproducts, and these carbon dioxide they are expelled out. Okay, so this is the overall process in the respiratory system. Next we are going to see what are the parts that are involved in the respiratory system. Okay, let's learn what are the parts that are present in the respiratory system. What are those? In our digestive system we have an opening called mouth. Likewise in respiratory system the opening is nostrils. These two holes they are nothing but nostrils. It leads to nasal cavity. The nasal cavity then followed by pharynx, then followed by larynx, then trachea. Trachea is also known as windpipe. That windpipe divides into right and left two branches called bronchi, and the bronchi leads to so many branches called bronchioles, and the bronchioles finally they end up in the numerous tiny air sacs called alveoli. Fine. So this bronchioles and alveoli they are emerged, they are inserted in an organ called lungs. Fine. So in the alveoli it is a minute tiny air sacs where the gaseous exchange takes place. Okay, we are inhaling oxygen, it goes to finally end up in the alveoli. In the alveoli, the RBCs they take up the oxygen that are present in the alveoli and it goes to all parts of the body. Then finally, the unwanted carbon dioxide they are picked up by the RBCs and they end up they delivered to the alveoli. Now, from the alveoli, the unwanted carbon dioxide are exhaled out. Okay, so the gaseous exchange, oxygen from alveoli to RBCs, carbon dioxide from RBCs to alveoli, it has happens in the alveoli. These bronchioles and alveoli are emerged, inserted in the lungs. These right and left lungs, the left lung is somewhat smaller than the right lung to accommodate the heart. Okay, so this lungs they are covered by a double-walled membrane called pleural membrane. So between these two double membrane, there is a cavity called pleural cavity. It is filled with pleural fluid. What is the function of this fluid means? It acts as a lubricant and it cushions the lung tissues. Okay, not only this, our respiratory system also contains ribs. Ribs is a bony structure. Okay, it protects the lungs, and it all in between the ribs you will have the intercostal muscles. It play a major role in the inspiration and expiration process. And there is another more structure called diaphragm. Diaphragm is a sheet of connective tissue that is present at the bottom of the thorax. Okay, so all these are the structures. They play a major role in the respiratory system. Okay, now as I said, in the flowing of the air, larynx, right? After pharynx, larynx. Larynx is nothing but a voice box. Okay, when the air passes in the larynx, the sound will come out. We are able to produce a sound. So larynx is also known as voice box, that you need to remember. Next, trachea. Trachea is also known as windpipe. In outer side, it will appear like a C-shaped rings. Okay, a pile of C-shaped rings are present in the trachea. Inner lining of the trachea, there are two type of cells are there that you need to know. What are they? Mucus secreting cells, ciliated epithelial cells. This mucus secreting cells, they produce a sticky mucus. They trap the bacteria or dust that are present in the inhaled air. So our inhaled air, they contain so much bacteria and dust, right? So all these are trapped in the mucus that is present in the inner lining of the trachea. Okay, so mucus trapped the bacteria and dust. Now what happens to them? There is another cell in the trachea called ciliated epithelial cells. So this cells contains microscopic minute hairs called cilia. Cilia are hair-like structures. They are present in these cells. That is why they are known as ciliated epithelial cells. So what they do, they in a group, they beat together backward and forward to sweep the mucus all over, so that the bacteria and the dust, they are carried away from the lungs. Okay, so these are the main two functions of these two cells in the trachea. Fine. Now let's learn what is the mechanism of breathing. Okay, let's learn what is the mechanism of breathing. Okay, mechanism of breathing, it involves two processes: inhalation, exhalation. Inhalation means, as you know, inhaling the oxygen. Exhalation means exhaling the carbon dioxide. So what actually happens in the inhalation and exhalation process? So first let's see inhalation. So in inhalation, as I said before, intercostal muscles are present, right? So here there are two type of muscles are there: external intercostal muscles and internal intercostal muscles. So external intercostal muscles are playing a major role. So what happens during when we breathe in the oxygen, the external intercostal muscles, they contract. Rib cage, they moves up and out. Diaphragm. Diaphragm actually is in the dome shape, like C shape, inverted C shape. The dome shape, they contract and they flattens. Diaphragm contract and flattens. Okay, so during inhalation, external intercostal muscles, they contract. Rib cage moves up and out. Diaphragm contract and flattens. Volume of the thorax, that is volume of the lung, it increases. Okay, volume of the thorax increases. The pressure inside decreases, therefore the air is drawn in. Understood? So this is the inhalation. Now let's see what is the exhalation process. Total opposite. Here the external intercostal muscles, they relax. Okay, they contracts, here relax. Rib cage, they moves down and in. Diaphragm, they relax and comes back to its normal shape, dome shape. Okay, diaphragm relax, comes back to its normal shape. Then volume of the lung, it decreases. Therefore pressure inside increases, so the air is forced out. Okay, volume of the thorax decreases, pressure inside is increases, therefore the air is forced out. Okay, this is the overall changes that are taking place in the inhalation and exhalation process. Okay, here you need to remember only the three things. During inhalation, the total lung volume increases, rib cage expand, and diaphragm moves down. Okay, lung volume increases, rib cage expand, diaphragm moves down. So this is inhalation. In exhalation, total opposite. Lung volume decreases, rib cage retracts, diaphragm moves up. Okay, so these are the three things, the main things you need to know in the inhalation and exhalation process. Okay, I hope now you understood very well what is mechanism of breathing. Fine. Covered all the basics that are present in the respiratory system. If you find useful in this video, please subscribe to my channel, and also please give your valuable comments whether you need any changes or you need any topic in my channel. Okay, and please share the videos to spread the knowledge. Thanks for watching.